We've got a dead Bosch Powerpack here. It does nothing when the button is pressed. So we're gonna take a look what's wrong with it. Start with breaking the seal. There's one seal always on this screw. And then you can open it up. There are 6 shorter screws and 4 longer. Don't mix them up when you assemble it. You can just take the lid off, start with the bottom. We don't see any water damage, that's a good sign. Water damage is mostly repairable, but only if you don't wait too long. Total voltage is 40.6, so that's okay. Let's have a quick check if the cells are in balance. That seems to be the case. So the cells are probably fine. So there are a few things that could be wrong. One suspect is the diode of the voltage regulator, the 5-volt voltage regulator, or the voltage regulator itself. And then we have to hope that the CPU isn't shorted. Let's have a look. So we're gonna measure the voltage on the 5-volt circuit. Well, first we're gonna start with measure the voltage on the switch. Always a good thing to start with. So that's on the switch 18 volts and it goes to 0 when pressed. That's okay. When you have water damage, I've seen a lot of I've had a lot of cases where the switch is corroded and it doesn't pull the voltage to 0, so it just doesn't start up because the switch is corroded. So now I'm measuring the 5-volt circuit, and when I press the switch, it goes a little bit up at 25 millivolts. That's a sign that the diode is shorted. So the regulator wants to try to make 5 volts, but because the diode is shorted, it's not happening. So we're gonna take the PCB off. We start with battery positive. I always start with battery positive, and as soon as that one is disconnected, isolate it so you don't accidentally short circuit it. This. Then there is no risk of short circuit, so you can disconnect the rest. Okay. I clean up the wires a bit just to make it easier to reinstall. Like this. Put this away. So, let's take a closer look at our board. I don't see any signs of water damage or damaged components. So I'm gonna measure the resistance of the diode. That's our suspect. .6, so that's shorted out. Measure once again. And the short is gone. So the diode was indeed shorted. Let's clean it up a bit. That should be finished. Let's have a quick test. That's working again. That's good. I'm gonna give it a quick clean. This one is clean, so ready to reinstall. Let's take our battery back. Be sure to heat it long enough, so give the solder enough time to really flow nicely. I have seen boards people try to repair themselves. They did not solder it good enough and the contacts just burn out of the PCB, because you get quite high currents. Then battery positive. Be a bit careful that you don't touch anything at the PCB. You're gonna see a little spark, but it's just the capacitors charging to battery voltage. So from now on, the board is live. We're able to start it. Just reconnect everything. Okay. Gonna do a quick test with the charger. And as expected, charging works, so this battery is repaired. These power packs are quite known for water damage. That's because this little rubber seal in the lid is not tight enough. I always apply some dielectric silicone grease, not silicone glue, but silicone grease, just to keep water out of it. Like that. And we can reinstall the lid. Always check if this little sticker is still fully glued to the case. You get water damage if it's not tight anymore. I let screwdriver slip through my hands, that just so I make sure I don't over tighten the screws. I will tighten them by hand because they're easily too tight and you will damage the threads. Okay, now we just give it a quick clean.